La plataforma de servicios conectados Scania permite conocer el estado actual de tu flota y su conducción, haciendo más eficiente el consumo de combustible. Scania brinda una herramienta única, llevando el análisis y gestión de la conducción al siguiente nivel. El conductor es evaluado en parámetros como ralentí, conducción por inercia y anticipación. A través de Scania Driver Coaching, los conductores pueden recibir también asesoramiento y consejos de un entrenador profesional. Alcance el máximo potencial de su flota con los servicios conectados Scania.
Mercado Vial TV, un mundo de máquinas.
Right now we're going to talk about Generation 6. This behind me is the CO4200. The O stands for oscillation, so we're very proud to offer oscillation in the very near future. You can see that this machine was going to vibrate in the front and oscillate in the back. That is good for very thin lifts, bridge decks, up against foundations. We've went one step further and made this drum a very durable drum. We use Hardex 450 steel on it. The new nomenclature is going to be what it is with the model number, and the VI is going to stand for Generation 6. So Generation 6 for us is a whole new machine. We've done a lot of changes to it. Tier 4 final engines. Most of these big machines are going to use DEF. So up in the cab, you're going to be warned when DEF gets low, around 10%, so that you actually don't run out of DEF, because that's the most expensive proposition with the new Tier 4 final engines, right, is the DEF component. A little bit more about the oscillation. So the oscillation, it's going to be a side-to-side motion. It's very similar to the pneumatic roller we just talked about in bringing the aggregate and the asphalt together. So it's like a kneading action. We've created a manhole in the drum so that you can service the belt or maintain the belt in about 2 to 3 hours. Most people in the industry, it's 2 to 3 days to service their oscillation.
As you said, the advantage is that you have a non-aggressive compactation.
We're going to be up against foundations, so the oscillation isn't going to damage the foundation. Very thin lifts, it's not going to break the aggregate. And then on bridge decks, more and more, especially in the US, they don't want vibration because the understructure is concrete, the understructure is steel. So you can get the same or better compaction with either a pneumatic roller or an oscillatory roller.
We can imagine it's doing the same job as a pneumatic roller, kind of this non-aggressive.
Right, exactly. The one other good feature about oscillation is that you can stay on the mat longer. Typically, if you have a double drum vibration roller, you'll want to get off at a certain temperature. Well, you can prolong the stay on the mat and gain more density or stiffness by just running the front drum static and running the oscillation. Again, there's no, you're not going to break the rock because you're not vibrating, you're oscillating on it. It took us a little longer, but the reason it did is we wanted to make sure that we had the most durable drum and the easiest access to the drum.
Can you tell us more about the Dynapac?
We were actually one of the very first companies to come out with intelligent compaction way back when. But now we have what we call the Dynalyzer. And the nice thing about the Dynalyzer is it's made by Dynapac. So when you buy the Dynalyzer, it basically handshakes this machine. So it communicates with it. It says, you're a 4200, this serial number, this weight. It knows everything about this machine. So you hook up the Dynalyzer, it's automatically connected to it, and then the Dynalyzer, what it'll do is it keeps track of pass count, stiffness, and then it uses the temperature sensors that are on the machine to keep track of temperature, because there'll be a minimum of when you can start, or a maximum when you can start, and a minimum when you can stop. Our Dynalyzer is a very easy 3-step system. You put your project in there, you put your levels and what you want, and you basically give the operator the permission to do what's needed. So, for example, if you're on a job that requires 8 passes, the dynalyzer can tell the operator that he's done the 8 passes that are necessary. What we've been finding with our tests with dynalyzer is we ask you to do 8 passes, you'll end up doing 15 or 20. What's that mean? That means that the guy's wasting fuel, wearing the machine out, and you're paying him for all that time that he's over-rolling the project. So the new cloud-based system is you could be in the office and type in the project in, you send it to the cloud, and then the cloud sends it to the tablet. So you wouldn't even have to come out to the job if you were the supervisor. So it's a very up-and-coming thing, and we're happy that we have our own system.